strange, man. Yeah.
Only good things to say about Rabbi Sataloff,
Yeah.
you know? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Good Shabbos, good Shabbos.
Please take a seat. We are ready to get going. We're going to start with a Nigun written by the great Shlomo Carlebach. That's your cue, Rich. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Here we go. We need some life. Don't you feel like you're in the desert with the dancing girls and everything? At least I do.
The dancing girls or the desert part? A little bit of both.
I'll take the dancing girls.
Okay.
Okay. The camel. Huh?
Desert,
Yeah?
I see a camel.
You see a camel. Okay.
All right, Marlene sees a camel.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We want to give everyone here a wonderful big welcome. And also, I know you can't see them and I can't either, but we know that they are watching from some from afar and some from real close. But we know that everyone online is with us this evening. And we are cognizant, as I am, that all the love is filtering through, right? Both the seats here in our community and also the sofas and whatever relaxing chairs you have at home. Go have a seat, have a glass of wine. We'll be there shortly, but otherwise, Shabbat Shalom, and it's great to see everyone here.
Thank you. Okay, who do we have doing the candle blessing? Ah, here they go. From the windy city of Chicago.
Do you know
There
where
you go. Okay. Dee and Al. All right. So let's open up our prayer books. Let me get one. I believe it's page
120.
120. Okay.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Page 123, Lefty, you're on for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Okay, we're going to do the jazz Kiddush, being he's from Chicago. I drank a little before. I don't know why. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu Shabbat kodsho b'ahabav ratzon hinkin lanu Zikaron l'masev reishit Ki hu yom tequila mikrai kodesh Zecher letziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'kartav yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim V'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat Amen.
Chaim Tovim. Chaim L'chaim. So really quickly, and you'll hear me say this a lot. I'm really quickly. So when we say L'chaim, I'm going to ask my fiance Wendy, when we say L'chaim, we don't just say L'chaim. What do we say? We say L'chaim Tovim.
I like it.
We say L'chaim Tovim, right? L'chaim is life, and Tovim is good. And I say that we don't just live, right? We live a good life.
I like that.
L'chaim Tovim, everyone.
I like that. That's an improvement. He's improved us in every way.
I have not. It was really good before I even got here.
Well, but we're getting better.
Okay.
All right.
If you say so.
I know so.
All right.
Page 128. Rich, you know what we're going to do this week? We're going to do something we never did. Hinei Matov, you know that medley we play? We'll just do the third melody this week. Remember that one? No, that's number one. Yeah, I want number 3. That's number 1. That's okay. Whatever you play, I'll sing. Huh? Yeah. Okay, that's it. Here we go. Hinei matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov, hinei matov. Yararai, yararai, hinei matov, hinei matov. Yararai, yararai. Hinei matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov, hinei matov. Yalalai, lalalai, hinei matov, hinei matov. Yalalai, lalalai, hinei matov. Hinei matov. Just to switch it around a little bit. Okay. Let's go right down the page. 128. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. How beautiful today is. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Page 129, we'll sing the song Two from the Bottom, which we sang last week. You got the music there, Rich? Ki yishmeru Shabbat? Yeah. This comes from Baghdad. This was sung by the Jews in Baghdad for many, many years. But there's no more Jews in Baghdad. So we're going to sing it. Ki yishmeru Shabbat El yishmereini. Ki yishmeru Shabbat El yishmereini. Oti li'ol meyad beino veini. Oti li'ol meyad beino veini. Ki yishmeru Shabbat El yishmereini. Ki yishmeru Shabbat El yishmereini. Oti li'ol meyad beino veini. Oti li'ol meyad beino veini. Page 131, we'll sing the bottom paragraph of Psalm 96. Yismechu hashamayim, the heavens will be glad. Yismechu hashamayim
at the Shabbat.
Yismechu hashamayim
At the Shabbat.
Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz.
Yismechu hashamayim.
Yismechu hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz. Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo. Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo. Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo. Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo. Yismechu hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim.
Hashamayim.
Yismechu hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Page 138, Lachado D. We'll do our jazz one tonight, Rich. All right,
We're going to do a
verse.
jazz version of something tonight? Oh my goodness.
Well, we had our friends from Chicago, so we're in a jazzy mood. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. La 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamu v'zachor b'dibor echad. Ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem u'tiferet v'letchila. La 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 l'chad odi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Your turn.
Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
חדודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Verse 5. התעוררי, כי בהורק קומי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלי כלי גלה לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Okay, verse number 9, we rise as we welcome the Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, tokemune am segula, boi kala, boi kala. Leka dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. La 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. On the next page, page 140, Psalm 92 is the psalm for Shabbat. There's a psalm for every day of the week. That's the psalm for Shabbat. And I love this melody. We go down 11 lines. Ma gadlu ma'asecha. It says Adonai, but we change that word to Yah, another one of God's names. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Yah, ma'od amku machshavotecha. The translation is in the middle of the page. How great are your works, Adonai, how very subtle your designs. So this is a beautiful, beautiful line from Psalm 92. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Yah, me'od amku machshavotecha. 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 We turn to page 144 for the Kaddish. Yitkadav Shemei Rabha, Be'amad Yivra Kirutei V'yamlik Malkutei, Be'kayechon U'vyomechon U'vkayedeko Beit Yisrael, Bagala Ubizman Karivimero.
Amen.
Yeshmei Rabba Mevarach Leolam Ulam Eamaya
Yitbarach
ויתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשם
בריחו
לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen. We rise for the Baruch Hu. Page 146. Lai, 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 lai. 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 Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Bareku et Adonai HaMevorach. Bareku et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Lai, 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 lai. 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 Please be seated. Rabbi, it's all yours.
We turn to the top of page 149. Let's read together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way in which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Do we have an Ahavat Olam?
We do, but I don't know if Richie remembers the music. I don't have. Yeah. Richie remembers. I can sing it. Rich will follow along. That's it. That's a beautiful one.
Okay, you don't want to hear me sing. That's
Well, you know, I'll sing it on page 150. We'll all sing it. Page 150, this is a beautiful melody written by Debbie Friedman. And I'm going to get my glasses so I sing exactly what's written here. Rich, remember that melody? All right. Richie hears me, he'll play something. Okay, it goes like this. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amka avta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shakvenu v'kumenu mezukeka. A little rusty. V'nismak b'divrei Torateka u'v'mitzvoteka li'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu v'yorek yameinu uvahem negeh yomam v'layla. Bi'ahavatcha Atasir mimenu leolamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael.
Beautiful, Cantor.
Thank you. I do take requests.
Do you? That was a request.
Okay.
You also do spur of the moment, so I figured,
Yeah,
if there's
sure.
going to be any kind of request, it was going to be last minute.
You know, I used to sing in some clubs years ago. And
You?
Can you sing
No way.
Far, Far Away? You get it? Can you sing Far, Far Away?
The only person who, I'll be honest, right? So if you make any of these references, my fiance, right there, she knows all of them.
She does.
If it's a musical, if it's been sung on Broadway, she knows it.
How about that? Very impressive.
And if you're lucky, she'll come up here and sing it for you.
You sing?
She does sing, but can she sing is the better question.
Oh, yeah. That was true.
I love that story.
Oh, yeah. That was true. My mentor, Cantor, was offered the lead.
You should have taken it.
No, he wouldn't do it. His wife, he was an Orthodox guy. His wife wouldn't let him share the stage with women. Yeah, and he wanted to sing in the synagogue, but he was offered that. Yeah. Okay, that's it for me.
The Shema?
Ah, Shema, thank you.
Page 152, your eyes.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vahed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto
Leolam Vaed. Let's be seated as we continue on the bottom of page 154. Let's read together in the English if we could.
Okay.
Do we sit for the Ve'ahavta?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I don't know if we do that.
We can do whatever.
Do we do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
We stand for the Ve'ahavta.
All right, we can stand for the
That's what my conservative fiance says.
All right, so
Do
let's
we as a
stand.
we do that?
We can
See, I'm learning on the spot.
Okay. I like what you said.
We read together. You
shall
shall
love
love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand. Let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. All right, I guess we'll sing Mi Chamocha, page 158. All right, here we go. We need everybody. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Neda B'Kodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele, Nora Tehilot, Osei Fele. Malkut Tekara Uvaneka, Bokea, Yam Lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Zelianu V'Amru, Ze'elianu v'yamru Adonai imlok le'olam vahed Adonai imlok le'olam vahed Mi kamoka ba'elim Adonai Mi kamoka neda b'kodesh Nora tehilot osefele Nora tehilot osefele.
The bottom of page 160. Let's read together if we could. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, hafros sukat shalom aleinu, v'lakol amo Yisrael,
v'al Yerushalayim. Okay, page 162, we sing B'Shamru.
It's time.
Anybody wants to come up and sing with us?
The time has begun.
I think Rudy's coming up.
I think, whoa. Yeah,
Here she comes, all right. Shy, welcome. She's very brave. Why are you holding your eyes, Shy? You okay?
You okay?
She's nervous.
She's nervous?
Don't be nervous. Just relax. Have a good time. Here we go. V'Shamru.
You ready? You got that.
V'Shamru
B'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berit olam V'Shamru B'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat
La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berit olam Beni u'bein b'nei Yisrael Oti li'olam Oti li'olam Oti li'olam V'Shamru B'nei Yisrael You're doing great. Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berit olam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai Et ha-shamayim V'et ha'aretz V'Shamru B'nei Yisrael Et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berit olam U'bayom ha-shivyi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash V'Shamru B'nei Yisrael Et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berit olam. Shai, you did a great job. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Give the rabbi a high five. All right. Okay, we're going to rise and we're going to start with the words on 164. Adonai svatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Na 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 na.
Adonai.
Ananananana svatai tiftach. Ananananana ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana svatai tiftach.
Svatai tiftach.
Ananananana
Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Ananananana Adonai.
Adonai.
Anananana svatai tiftach.
Svatai tiftach.
Ufi yagid.
Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Ananananana Adonai.
Adonai.
Anananana svatai
tiftach. Svatai tiftach.
Ufi yagid.
Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Ananananana
Adonai. Adonai.
Anananana svatai tiftach.
Svatai tiftach. Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rakel, Elohei Leha, Hahel Agadol, Agibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Kasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'zoker Chazdei Avot V'Imot, U'mei V'Gula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo B'Yava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mekayem Etzim, Atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Morid Hatal, Mekakel Kayim Bekesed, Mekayem Eitim Berakamim Rabbim, Somek Noflim V'Rofek Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afad, Mikamoka Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Meimit, Umekaye, Umatzmiyak Yeshua, B'ne'emanat halakayod meitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekaye Ametim. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated.
Page 177 at the top of the page. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha lecha na'eh lehodot.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Page 179 at the top of the page. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as the safeguard of peace, its advocate amongst the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
Okay, page 178, we sing Shalom Rab every week. I look forward to this moment when I get to sing this. And this is a beautiful arrangement done by Richie. And this melody was written by my wife, Ginger. And I just love this melody. And this is a beautiful prayer. Wouldn't it be great if we had peace in the world? Wouldn't that be nice? Well, we're working on it. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Ki Atahu Melech Adon Leko HaShalom Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lekol HaShalom V'tov Be'enecha Levarek et Amcha Yisrael B'kol eit u'b'kol sha'ar B'shlomecha Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lekol HaShalom Lekol HaShalom Lekol HaShalom. Yeah.
It's my turn. I'll go over here.
Okay.
All right. One day. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, guys. Hi.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi. And again, to all those who are here with us in the sanctuary, but especially all those who are watching online, near and far, we say Shabbat Shalom. We see you and we hear you. We don't hear you. I'm just kidding. I think I hear you because I've seen the names of those who watch, so I'm secretly hearing you in my head. So one evening when Wendy, it's my fiance, she's right there, when we were knee-deep in boxes and our apartment looked near empty, it occurred to me that we were, in fact, moving, which we've done before. Sorry, I've done before. But this time around, I wasn't alone. My best friend and the love of my life would be coming with me, my dog Charlie.
Oh, jeez. You're in trouble, man.
Wendy would be there too. But this move was different in other ways. While Wendy and I left Houston, our friends and family, we didn't say goodbye for good. Just see you all soon. The heat wrapped. Houston wouldn't be in the rear view. I said aloud often, because it would always be our home. Well, our second home. You Floridians understand what that's like. But really, whenever Wendy and I would get emotional about this big new adventure, I would remind her, and also remind myself, that this was just a new chapter, or as I like to refer to it, season 2 of The Wendy Show, starring Wendy. The Hollywood Hillbillies, Three's Company, Charles in Charge. There's more. If you can come up with any, please find me after services tonight. I'm interested in what you all have to say, right? There's, I'm sure, more. It's the same lovable characters, but just a different location. Maybe even some new plot lines, new characters. But this wasn't going to be the end, not even of an era, just the next chapter of our lives. Because every outstanding performance has acts, right? They have pauses, set changes, intermissions to scramble for overpriced Merlot, right? But the show isn't over. It's not done. As it was explained to me once, we don't just move on with our lives, but we do move forward. Some might refer to this as compartmentalization. It's a big word, but this is the good kind. Now, I know this word gets a bad rap. Maybe categorize is a better word. We categorize because categorizing the significant changes in our lives, the good, the bad, and the ugly, it helps us keep track, to follow along and discern one piece, one chapter or episode from our lives from the next one, like Torah. And I don't just say that because I'm a rabbi. I don't compare everything to Torah, but I promise you this one works. The Torah is meant to be continually read and reread. That's why it's in the shape of a scroll, constantly rolling. But it does have some noticeable stops to it. From the book of Genesis to Exodus, you'll see there's a big gap in between those two books. It's the end. There's even a special prayer we say after finishing one entire book. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. But there are more than just these substantial, noticeable gaps. There are chapters and verses in our Torah as well. This, in turn, helps us to make sense of the narrative as a whole. The whole thing would feel like a run-on sentence without these references and annotations, without breaks, without pauses. It can all just get lost, jumbled together. That's why we have these allotted breaks, these groupings of stories, these categories of laws. Because if there's one thing that Jews love to do, it's organize. And how are we able to do this? One might ask. What innate ability allows us to take on this heavy task? Well, the rabbis instruct us that upon hearing the sound of the rooster, the indication that it's time to get up and recite our morning prayers, one should say, "Blessed are you, Adonai our God, who gave the heart understanding to distinguish between night and distinguish between day." Now, if you're living in Sweden or Alaska, this isn't so easy because I thought about this for a while. But the critical phrase here is the understanding to distinguish, our ability to separate and parse reality as it is. It's not that there simply are categories called day and night. It's our act and our ability to distinguish that there is day and there is night. Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other, right? This, little friends, is not like that. And that's exactly what we teach our kids. It's the skill that helps us understand, because our brains, well, at least mine, it doesn't always function at the top speed it should. We need definition. We need separation to help us understand what's going on. And these aren't just easy to spot as day and night. Sometimes we have to create these distinctions and these separations for ourselves. This brings us back to Torah. Fun fact, the chapter divisions commonly used today were developed by Stephen Langton, an archbishop. Langton put the modern chapter's divisions into place around 127 AD. That division showed up again in the Hebrew manuscripts, was adopted in Venice around 1516, in the first printed edition of the Hebrew Bible. I know we think that these have been around forever, but that's just not the case. And you're probably saying to me, okay, Rabbi, right, but what about the original? Like the original, right? The Dead Sea Scrolls. Surely that's like the ultimate version. Well, some of the Hebrew versions popular today are considerably different from the Dead Sea Scrolls regarding formatting structure. But however they came to be, doesn't really matter. Because we have them now. Because we needed them. They're helpful. Some came from Moses on Mount Sinai, and some, well, we discern for ourselves. Looking at important verses, like the 10 Commandments I spoke about last week, you'll see these obvious visual gaps between each commandment. The space indicates a pause to understand, a pause that pushes the reader to take 1 second and let it all sink in before just moving on. But there's other spaces as well. At the end of an aliyah, the section of Torah that's being read, there is a specific tune for the last words. This sound indicates an end. And then there's another word that indicates the beginning. Amen. So what does this all mean for us? Well, the way I see it, there are, in fact, these big special moments like New Year's that we all adopt as endings and beginnings. However, that's not it. We can, in fact, sporadically choose others as well. You don't even have to move or relocate your entire lives to have these special moments. You can just say, as I did, this right now, this is season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, whatever it is, this is a new season. Because this helps us. Because when you know that something has ended, you know that it's time to begin anew. So on this Shabbat, let us appreciate the natural endings and beginnings, but let us also manufacture a few as well of our own. Ones that help us see the bigger picture. Ones that help us grow, evolve, and be better. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Turn now to, I believe, the Misha Berach.
Yep. Yeah, that's on page 371, everybody. And we'll go around the sanctuary. You want to say a name? Marlene, you want to start with your sister?
My sister Judy.
Okay. We wish Judy all the best. Anyone else here want to say? Yeah.
Jeff Milestone and Alex Small.
Okay. Marlene Pinsker, for sure. Our friend Marlene. Yes, Don. Okay, yeah, Frank. Okay. This side, yeah. Go ahead, Steve. Beautiful. In Hebrew. Great. Anyone else? Okay, I want to say a prayer for my friend Dr. Mike Gukas and Jim Gukas, his brother. Okay?
We also think of, I'm sorry, I know there are names that we probably said aloud, but tonight we think of Barbara Slackman, Basil Zacher, Gary Hoffman, Marlene Pinsker, Linda Coslin, Paul Steinberg, Paulette Schiffman, and Ursula Morens.
Good. Okay. So we're on page 371, everybody. 371 in the middle of the page. Misha Berak Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberak imotenu mekod habraka lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Do you have some birthdays there?
I sure do.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Happy birthday to Jerry Smith, Kathy Shore, Mona Scher, Julia Shore, and we have our kids, Eden Kleplak and Sebastian Hoover, and happy anniversary to Sylvia and Bill Chaikin.
Okay, and that's that.
And that is that.
Okay, so you know what? We'll continue with our concluding prayers. Beginning on page 586, we'll rise for the Aleinu. Okay. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula yotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anaknu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu B'nemar ve'Adonai lemelech
al kol haaretz vayom hahu vayom hahu
Sing something right now, okay?
Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight. Before we do the mourner's Kaddish, I just wanted to thank our friends Nori and Bob. Rabbi, you haven't met them. They're over there. Nori and Bob are down here from Michigan. They go back and forth, and maybe during the winter when it's cold up there, you'll be here for quite a while. We hope so. So you'll get to know our new rabbi, Rabbi Aaron. Rabbi, you'll get to know Nori and Bob. They are great. And I don't know how many years ago was that Nori started coming here with her father. About 15 years ago, maybe? Something like that? Yeah. And her father was an amazing guy. He survived the Holocaust as a teenager. Wow. Against all odds. And I remember he told me how he was a tough guy. He was a nice man, but he was a tough guy. And he survived by eating coal. Believe it or not. He came up with this idea that everyone around him was dying and he could survive by eating coal. And he was 14 years old. Then he came to America, and he was a butcher. He had a very nice butcher business in Detroit, and he raised a beautiful family. And he loved our temple. He loved to come to our synagogue. And he liked my CD very much. He liked it so much I had to give him another one because he broke the first one, which was very, very thrilling. So he had a nice man. So, into all of our lives comes sadness and happiness. And Nori had something happen to her 2 years ago to her family that should never happen to anybody, where she had a little grandson, and she was playing with him during the day. Beautiful, beautiful little boy, 10 weeks old. He went to sleep that night, never woke up. Yeah, so he lost his life, and we can't make any sense out of this. But I don't know. I was talking to her later, and I was talking to my wife Ginger about it. She said maybe this little boy was so advanced that he didn't need to stick around for all the lessons that take us 80 or 90 years to learn. But he was a sweet little guy, Pierce Movitz. So the music tonight is sponsored by Nori and Bob in memory of Pierce. It's 2 years ago that he left this life. So I'm going to sing a song now that we do during the high holidays. And the Rabbi Tufts, and not the Rabbi, Rabbi Tufts, our previous Rabbi, introduced this song to me a few years ago. I'm sure some of you know it was by Eric Clapton. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful song. So this is the best we can do to try to go on and live our lives the best way we can. So Nori, this is for your family. And this is for his parents, Kate, right? And Mom Kate. And Brandon, that's his dad? Yeah. I hope they're watching. And I know your daughter watches from Chicago. So this is for your family. We're all thinking of you. So I guess the lesson here is don't take anything for granted, right? Don't take anything for granted. And life is precious. So this is in memory of Pierce. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would you be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Thank you, Nori and Bob. Our hearts are with you. Thank you.
Turn now to page 598. We rise for the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Tonight we think of those who have lost. We think of those who are no longer with us, who have gone on to the peace of life eternal. We remember those names: Luis Aviva Oberlander, Diana Cramer, and the yard sites of those whose memory we remember this evening: Solomon Abalufa, Annette Adler, Gertrude Ansel, John Beerwald, Elaine Berman, Avraham Cooper, Irving Cooper, Robert Eaton, Rena Egnatz, Jeanette Gable, Lillian Goldstein, Jonah Goldstein, Henry Halperin, Herbert Hayden, Max Himmelson, Joseph Kirby, Ben Levine, Hyman Lieber, Norman Lowitz, Jack Maskett, Esther Mintz, Pierce David Movitz, Bert Nevins, Miriam Oliver, Belle Phillips, George Ross, Joseph Rossman, Rita Shasher, George Scaler, Max Schlossberg, Abraham Schwartz, Morton Simon, Victor Solomon, Irving Stern, Kurt Ulig, and Kate Ziegel. We turn now to the words of Kaddish, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei b'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah v'rach le'olam u'lamei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shmei t'kudesha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, tamiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, v'ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Amen. Zichronam livracha. May all their memories be for a blessing.
Okay, I'd just like to add one or two little things. Please be seated. There was two names on that list tonight of two people that were very, very special to me. My friend Kurt Ulig, who really helped me out in my life. You know, sometimes you meet people who really help you out. Kurt was one of them, and Ginger's mom, my mother-in-law, Miriam Olivier. And she really helped me out. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for them. And today, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I officiated the funeral of a lovely woman who I'm sure many of you would remember, Diana Cramer. She used to come every Friday night, and she would sit over there on that side. It's funny, when people come to temple, they pick a seat, and that's like their seat forever. And she would sit in that seat over there. And she was really something. She was a woman who did kind things her whole life, and you sure heard people talk about her. Her aide and the guy who helped her in the last few years of her life, he was her geriatric care manager. And I spoke to her brother in Arizona yesterday, and they said this woman never said anything nasty about anybody. And that's pretty incredible. And she lived a beautiful life. She was a strong lady who was an individual who dressed colorfully. I'm sure you all remember that, right? She would a lot of colors, and she would wear flowers on her hats, and then she would go into the gift shop. The gift shop is going to miss her because she was our best customer in the gift shop. Every week she'd go in there and buy the place out with tchotchkes every week. She was really a fine person, and she was one of those people. I remember what Rabbi Tufts said about someone else, our friend Steve Prince, who passed away a few years ago. He said, he didn't seem remarkable, but when you got to know him, he was really a remarkable man. And that's how she was. She was really a remarkable woman, Diana Cramer. So we'll be saying Kaddish for her for the next 30 days, and we will never forget her. Yes?
I was just telling Sharon, I wasn't able to go today. Diana and her husband, Milton, used to live in our old building.
Okay. Flamboyant. Yeah.
She was very, very well-read. Her husband also was a very articulate, well-read man. So this is a very funny story. And I really wanted to go today. I just couldn't do it from going away. Aaron and myself would come in sometimes late at night. I mean, those days are gone, but I'm going about 25, 30 years ago. We might come in at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Diana and Milton would be leaving the building at 1 o'clock. And we would say, "Where are you going?" And they said, "We're late people." And I thought, "Where are you going at 1 in the morning?" And they would be going. This wasn't like once or twice. For all the years we knew while he was still alive, he should rest in peace as well. They would go out in the middle of the night.
Okay.
They were going, but he would go out. And I'll tell you something else. I don't know if they mentioned today. He was a very well-read man, Milton. I don't know if they talked about him at all today.
Yeah, we talked about him. Yeah.
His nephew was the author and activist Larry Cramer. I don't know if a lot of
Huh.
He was very, very, very proud of his nephew. But they were incredible people, and they were very, very unique. And you know what? If you think she just started doing it younger in age, when she used to wear the flowers in her hair, she's been doing it at least 35 years.
Yeah.
She was the original flower child.
Well, she had the strength of character to be herself. I admire her for that.
I was hoping that there'd be some nice turnout today for the funeral. I was hoping that people would be able to give her the respect that she deserved.
Well, she had a very dignified and loving burial. So we were there for Diana today. Okay. Sharon, our president. There you go.
It doesn't get old. Thanks, Rich. So, I promise, after I run out of the one hand, I'll stop, but we're 4 for 4. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Cantor. Thank you, Richie. A wonderful service tonight. And our music, as Cantor had said, in addition to our beam of flowers, the beautiful white flowers, and our own egg tonight, are all in memory of Pierce David Movitz, the grandson of Nori Gluck and Bob O'Reilly, and our hearts really are with you, always. We appreciate our sponsors. It always helps. It always adds to our services. So anybody who wants to, you know how to do it. Call the office. Tomorrow morning, we will have Torah study and Shabbat morning service at 9:30 a.m. on Zoom only. Wednesday, we will not be having Cantor Manny's class, nor will there be a Brotherhood meeting, because we are having a very special event here in this room, starting at 6 o'clock. It's going to be out there in the gallery. We are having the opening of a new art exhibit, which we have not had in a long, long time, and that is entitled The Healing Capacity of Art. It's featuring the work of a very gifted local artist, Lori Arbel, and we will be having wine and light hors d'oeuvres, making it a celebration. And then at 7, we will be in here for an interfaith and multicultural town hall style meeting that we're calling Hate the Other 4-letter Word. And I have been talking about it the last few weeks. I'm really hoping everybody will turn out. It's going to be introduced by our temple member, Ellen Walker, and it's going to be moderated by our executive director, Jeff Jacob. And we are going to have guest panelists that are from across the community and also across the activist spectrum, a community activist and an LGBTQ plus rabbi, and someone from the Anti-Defamation League, Sarah Emmons, and of course our friend, Pastor Kennedy McGowan from First Presbyterian Church of Hollywood. There will be a Q&A to follow, and we know what's going on in the world. We're not happy with what's going on in the world, so we all really need to take part in this conversation. And because it's just a start and the one meeting is not enough, 2 weeks later we will have a follow-up, and it will be with the moderator and the panelists will be returning, and we hope that everyone will join us again for that evening's discussion so we can talk some about community solutions, some action steps we can take, what we can do. Thursday, 9 a.m., we will have morning minyan, of course, followed by bagels and coffee. Next Friday, we'll be back here again for Shabbat services. Camp Keshet is almost done now. It's been a wonderful summer. We have just 2 weeks left. School will be starting soon, which is hard to even believe. But registration is open for preschool, which does start August 22nd, JLC, which starts September 11th, and our Bet Youth programs, which will be starting at the same time. And a reminder, although masks are optional, do not let that keep you from coming out to what we do here. You can wear a mask or not, it's your choice, but we have a safe environment. Please don't let it stop you. Join us. Remember our food drive. I noticed that the boxes are filling, so I'm really excited about that. We need that for our community members. And I want another save the date, another look ahead. August 19th to the 21st. That is our welcome weekend. It will be an official welcome for Rabbi Aaron and Wendy. It will also be a welcome for our new TBE members for the last couple of years who, because of COVID, we could not greet properly. It will also be an opportunity to welcome people from the community who are checking us out, want to see what we're like, and we can show them just how warm and wonderful we are. It'll start Friday night with happy hour at 6 o'clock.
That's what we're like.
What's that?
That's what we're like.
That's what we're like.
Happy
We're
hour.
starting with happy hour. 6 o'clock, and then our service at 7, and then a special oneg to follow. And then, of course, on Sunday, our eat and greet barbecue. Brotherhood's going to be barbecuing, and we're going to have a great DJ and games and activities for the preschoolers, the JLC, Bet Youth. Sisterhood gift shop will be open. There'll be social action projects, a mini concert by Cantor Manny, the blood drive, the big red bus will be here. And Hamotzi is going to be on the Bima tonight. Oneg Shabbat's going to be in the Rotunda. The gift shop can be opened on request, as it was last week. And I'm done. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We're going to do the final hymn from up here. Okay. Our final hymn tonight is going to be a song for those of you who grew up going to Shabbat services every week like I had to. It was always Adon Olam, and they always had the same melody every week. But now we have new melodies, okay? So if you turn to page 625, Debbie Friedman, who wrote so many beautiful melodies, she wrote a melody for the final verse of Adon Olam. If you look on page 625, it starts in the Hebrew, Biyado Afkid Ruchi. The translation is beautiful. This is a beautiful verse. There it is at the bottom of the page. Into your hands I entrust my spirit when I sleep and when I wake. With my spirit, my body also, Adonai is with me, and I shall not fear. We haven't sung this melody in a while, but we have done it a few times, so I hope it's familiar to you. And let's all stand and we can join in together. Biyado afkid ruchi be'etishan ve'yaira ve'himruchi geviati Adonai li be'lo ira biyado Afkid ruki ve'etishan ve'yaira ve'imruki geviati Adonai li ve'lo ira. Please join me. Biyado Afkid ruki Be'etishan ve'yaira ve'yimruki yeviati Adonai li ve'lo ira. Rabbi, we're doing a motzi here. Here we go.
Will you lead us?
Yep. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen, amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. All right. Beautiful. Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi, there you go. Beautiful. Shy, beautiful. Why did you come up? All right, let's have a little. What's the deal on Tuesday? We're coming down here on Tuesday? Yeah? And what are we, and are we going somewhere? We're going to do it here? What are we going to do? Whatever you want. I don't know. It's up to you.
I haven't. Wait, for what? For what?
For the conversion.
I haven't gone. They haven't gone back to us.
Ah.
I was like, I need this done.
Yeah. We'll see. Where is he? He's here.
He's here. That's what it is.